Hey, what's going on everybody? Craig here from Video Juice, and we are back with episode 10 of Supernatural. On the last episode of hang on, I forgot my tea. Everything is falling. Everything is falling. This is it. This episode of Supernatural reactions from I messed all that up. This episode is sponsored by tea, courtesy of Batman. Delicious. Last time on Supernatural, we had the triumphant return of... Sorry, my chair is all over the place. We had the triumphant return of Dean / Michael, or Dick IL. Someone said it was pronounced, or someone said that was the name of the grouping in the comments a few episodes ago. I still like Mean. But yeah, so Michael is back in Dean. Garth has been enhanced. He is knocked out in the trunk. Sam, Cass, and Jack are standing across from Dean. Dean just did a Thanos slap. Dean just did a Thanos snap. And in my opinion, my guess is that he is mobilizing his enhanced monsters to taking over Kansas or destroying Kansas or starting his plan. Yeah. That was pretty much it. The egg got destroyed. The spear got destroyed. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. I liked how everything flowed. I liked the actress that was playing Michael. I like how it all went down, how Michael got back into Dean. All of that scene leading up to that was great. I'm ready for more. Let's get more. Let's check it out.
I'm not making the house special without the lions. Will we be savages?
Wow.
That's the... What's her name?
Give a shot in the beard. Best damn house special ever.
No complaints here.
What's her name? She got her eyes burned out, right? I can't think of her name. Is this is his mind, right? Is this what is keeping him here? I thought he was drowning. Oh, nice. Oh. Efficient.
Nice.
What can I say? I'm famous.
Is this how he's keeping him now? Just in his own
Now, this
thing?
hope is an amazing thing, isn't it?
Oh man, he looks good.
You had no chance of winning this.
It'll be the end of him.
I fucking knew it!
And now I have my perfect vessel.
I said it!
I've just destroyed the one weapon that could really hurt me. Thanks
Oh,
to
do they have holy oil? Oh, nice! Oh, they have the fucking handcuffs from Bobby!
You think these can hold me? Yes, we do.
Oh, shit.
It's not like any of us can fly.
No one of us can. Shut up.
Are we gonna die here?
Couldn't they take his grace? Couldn't they slash his neck and have Jack suck out his grace or Cass? Right?
My shift. We have shifts now because you mess up so many things. Okay.
Nice.
I didn't.
But Crowley was able to force his way in. He showed me how to take control, and I drove the angel out. The problem is,
Crowley's dead.
yeah,
Oh.
We're west of Kansas City now?
You're bringing them here.
Oh.
You think?
Jack, let's lock it down.
Oh, fuck.
Put a chair against the door. That'll help.
Oh, man.
Either my monsters get here.
Is this Michael trying to take over his mind fully, or is this a place he created to keep him?
These signatures and you could.
On the outside. On
Oh.
the inside. Well, it's not that he was happy. He just didn't care.
Goddamn liar. Shut your mouth, Michael.
Did not care. You're a new burden.
Don't let him get to you, Jack.
You're a weak, helpless thing. You think that they care about you?
Come on, Jack, don't do it.
You're a job.
Think about it.
Headed your way in a black van.
Right, we'll be ready.
Oh, I hope all these people don't die.
We've got some heavy hitters.
They're just
coming
kind of on
in
their
here.
own.
And Sam needs our help.
Even God can die.
Oh, man.
Hey, you in there!
Oh, we are going to get to see it.
They're gone.
Fuck, man, it's a decoy.
There's some tracks here.
Don't go in there
Oh,
alone.
you idiot.
The magic that's keeping me alive. What if I can do more?
No, this is what I was talking about.
Not all of it.
Dean wouldn't want to be saved. Not that way.
You don't know what you're walking into.
What are we waiting for?
Oh, man. I hope this goes well, but I also kind of don't hope it goes well. Because I want the Dean Michael stuff to persist.
Would Michael bury Dean in trauma?
No, that's what would make him fight back.
I mean, Michael said it himself. The reason he left Dean in the first place is because Dean was fighting back so hard. None of this is real. Okay, this bar, Pamela.
Excuse me? You've never met anyone more real than me, Sam.
You're just a complex manifestation of Dean.
No, I'm not talking about the rain. I'm talking about Michael.
What did they do?
Oh. Oh, did he move? Did he move him?
Is that? I think you can hear them.
The person's lying down now with the hood. That's going to turn into Michael, right?
What is going on?
Oh, it's like all fractured and shit.
You guys got real messy. Like a lucid dream?
Yeah. I don't know.
Technically, yeah.
Give me a shot. With your brain.
Oh, man.
You're blind?
Yeah, been blind for a while. There's like feathers here for that one.
That was it. Dean, that was an accident.
Pamela died helping us.
What happened?
Oh, man, they look so young. Babyface Dean. Oh. Babyface Sam. Jesus. Oh, they're deconstructing his whole fucking happy dream.
No. No. Guys, this is my life. This is the dream. No.
It's a dream.
not. It's just a dream. Dean, that...
Oh.
I remember.
Hey, fellas.
Mikhail has arrived. Fuck.
Well, this is fun.
I feel like this is going to be over now. Like, they have to resolve this.
You mean that, Dean? Think you owe him because he gripped you tight and raised you from perdition, or whatever. See, deep down, he knows that you will always abandon him again.
Oh, man, he knows
Shut up!
how to play them.
You don't even like them.
He's stalling for the monsters to arrive.
Monsters.
To try to help Dean.
Come on, Jack.
Knock on the front door. The rest of you guys.
Time to step up.
Hope they make it through. You ready?
Hell yeah. Oh, he's going to use some of it. He's going to use the magic.
So his monsters can get to us and rescue him.
Oh.
So in here, you're all talk.
Oh. Can they fight him in here?
You think I need my powers?
Oh.
Destroy worlds.
Get rid of the double for the awkward fight scene. The smile on his face.
They won't have to.
Oh,
Tiger?
Tiger shouldn't have gone in the woods alone.
he ran off.
You should have locked the door.
Oh, man. They're getting wrecked. They are actually getting annihilated. I call that shit day one. He's using some of his soul to power his powers. Jack. They're just gonna trap him in his mind?
I'm the cage.
I'm the cage. I don't know how I feel about this. He's going to get out. He's going to figure out a way to get out. Unless they can expel him from Dean.
But they've all been rewritten. They all end the same way now.
Oh.
With the Archangel Michael escaping your mind and using you as his vessel to burn down this world.
Fuck.
Except one.
Oh. Don't cliffhanger us. Show us. This is the setup for the second half of the season. Show us. Don't you do it.
What am I supposed to do with this?
No! I knew they were going to do it. I thought they were going to use it as a setup for the next bit of the season, but they're going to fucking cliffhanger us. I really, really hope it's not too long before we find out what's in the book. That was a great episode. I loved it. I loved the information dump we got. We got more insight into small things that we just didn't know. Like even just Michael's full motivations and the reason why he's doing this was great. And finding out basically what the alternate universes is, what the multiverse is, just failed drafts from Chuck, you know, and which also confirms that Chuck is one being and not a being across, like a separate being in each universe. It's one being, and all the universes are his failed drafts. Excuse me, which leads me to think, is the universe that we're watching, that Supernatural Prime, we'll call it, the Prime universe for Supernatural, is that the one that Chuck considers perfect, or is that the one that he realized there's not going to be a perfect one? Because that's the one he intervened in, that's the one he stayed in, you know, and that's the one he helped. So it's an interesting thought. But all of this, like, there was so much small little bits of information that we got this episode that expanded on loads of other things, like the drafts thing and Michael's motivations being the reason why he wants to destroy the universes, specifically this one and the other one, and all of them, he said, and this is because of the fact that him and Lucifer fought and he did everything that he was meant to do, and then Chuck never came back, God never came back, and he felt abandoned, which is a really, really good and cool motivation, and it adds a lot more depth to the character, I feel like. And it's even more interesting when you compare it to Lucifer. You know, these are both beings that felt abandonment from their father, and that's why they went and tried to destroy his creation. It shows how close the two brothers are. I loved it. I loved all of that. It's really, really, it's just really, really cool. So many small little details, and especially the Lucifer Michael thing, the similarities between the two. We knew they were similar anyway, you know, but showing that the two of them can basically become the same person, basically, you know. This is what happened to Lucifer. Granted, Lucifer was the one that more went with his father, but after everything had been stripped away, and basically the same circumstances led up to that and led him to becoming what Lucifer became, you know. It's cool. it's really, really cool, you know. I don't know how else they were going to do it. I wasn't too thrilled with the way they dispatched Michael. They had the cuffs on him, right? I didn't mind Death intervening that much. At the time, I was kind of like, okay, but I don't mind her jumping in too much. You know, Michael is there talking about how he enslaved the Reapers and all this. And she said that Sam and Dean had work to do, you know, so obviously she was gonna have an interest in it. But I had a problem with the fact that they had Michael/Dean handcuffed. He had no power. Cass and Jack were there. Both of them underpowered/depowered. Why could they not just slit his throat, steal his grace, heal him again? You know? They wouldn't have to take in the grace. I don't understand why they didn't do that. It would depower him. They would not, like, even if they didn't repower Jack, they could have repowered Cass. And I know it wouldn't be permanent because it's not his original grace. It would be temporary, but it would still be a temporary boost and it would still depower him. And they were right there and they could have done it and they didn't do it. That's the only thing I fault the episode for. And I liked everything that happened in the mind of Dean. I thought it was all really cool. We got to see Pamela again. That was really, really cool. Really cool. Like, Pamela's an old character that, when she died season, was it 4 or 5? I think. She got her eyes burned out in season 3. Or was that 4 as well? No, that was 4 because it was when Dean came back and he had the mark from when Cass lifted him up and then they looked. She looked at him and burned out her eyes and then they went. Yeah, I know that was season 4. I can't remember when she died. I think it was season 4 or 5. But it was great to see her again. I find it weird how everything happened, you know? They just locked him in Dean's mind. An archangel of incredible power, one of the most powerful beings around at the moment. And first off, he's depowered in the mind, which I suppose makes a little bit of sense. And then just locking him in the freezer. And I know, I'm not shitting all over the moment. I know that it's going to come back, and I know it's a great way of creating urgency for dealing with it, and it creates this level of it just creates a tenseness of about everything, because Dean is, even at the end of the episode you saw him, he was still dealing with it. He could feel him inside, you know, trying to break out. But yeah, I don't know. It just felt too easy, you know. It felt way too easy. I'm not going to complain about the whole Dean Michael thing being shelved again. It's the way the storyline is going. I'm fine with it now. But the way it all went down just felt too easy. That's all I'm saying. Going to get on to the good things. Everything else was phenomenal. As I said, Pamela was great. All the stuff in the Rocky was really, really good. I loved all of that. Dean in the suit at the start of the episode was great. That suit looked good. Jensen looked good. It was all good. It was all good. Also, fucking called it. It was a throwaway thing I said last episode about what if the fucking weird vision thing that was happening to Dean, what if that was Michael looking through him and that's how he was figuring out plans. And I was saying, like, I couldn't think off the top of my head what they were talking about when that happened. It absolutely was. That was great. That was a nice little twist, and it makes sense of why Michael was all over their plans, you know. It makes a lot of sense. I usually never get stupid guesses like that right. So it was good to get one right. I wonder if we're going to see Chuck this episode. I mean, with the way everything is going, it could lead to that. And it would be interesting to see Michael's reaction to Chuck intervening or coming back to do something. I don't know, obviously, where the season is going to end up. It could change drastically, but I feel like we could see Chuck this season with how the storyline is going, you know. What's going to be interesting is if it's still up in the air, but they definitely tease Lucifer coming back with him waking up in the empty. I'm interested to see Lucifer and Michael again. I'd be interested to see a reunion of Michael, Lucifer, and Chuck. I feel like that would be a funny interaction, you know. As I said, Michael was great this episode. I love that he knew exactly how to play everyone. You know, he knew exactly what to say to Jack. He knew exactly what to say to Cass and Sam when they were in Dean's mind. He knew exactly what to say to Dean. The acting was phenomenal from everyone all around. Jensen especially. Him playing Dean and Dikael interacting inside his mind was just incredible, because like he changes his voice just slightly as well, you know. Dean has that rough kind of the rough gruff voice almost, whereas Michael just has kind of a carefree, obnoxious voice, kind of lighter. But it was just great. Like you could you're not looking at Dean, you know, when he's playing Michael, you're not looking at Dean, you're looking at Michael, and it's very distinct, and I think that's really, really great. I just want more of it. I want more of it, you know. We could get it, like, we could still get it. This whole mind thing shit is going down. There's opportunity for it to come back. But it was great. I love it. I absolutely love it. I loved the kind of montage of death that happened when Dean remembered everything that Michael had done while possessing him. That was really good. We also had Jack, the hunters and all that was great this episode. We didn't get an update on Garth. They obviously got him. So Garth is apparently still alive. Hopefully we get to see him again. I assume we will. The hunters and that were good. I like seeing them mobilise and helping. I'm pretty sure we got a few deaths this episode with the hunters, or maybe they just got the shit kicked out of them. I'm not entirely sure. We didn't get it confirmed. At least I didn't hear anyway. But I called the whole Jack situation, man. The second it happened, I called it. I said he was going to be. I said hypothetically he could be able to use bits of his soul to power his Nephilim powers, and he fucking did it. And this is going to be a recurring thing throughout the rest of the season, and it's going to break me. It's going to break me because he's going to get into situations where he's either going to be forced to do it or he's going to do it by accident, fueled by emotion, and it's going to happen, and it's going to break me. It's going to absolutely break me because it's going to be a recurring thing for the rest of the season. I know it is, and I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for it. I'm really, really not. Oh, I'm not ready for it. I'm glad it happened because there was no other way of them getting out of there. And I hope it doesn't. I was going to say, I hope it doesn't. I don't know. It's going to come back. It's going to happen. You know, they've seeded it now. They're going to get into situations where he's going to have to use it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I still feel like endgame for Dean. The endgame for Dean getting Michael out of him, I feel like, is the whole non-fatal stabbing with the Archangel blade. And I feel like that's why they're bringing back Lucifer now, because Lucifer can do that, because it needs to be an Archangel that is wielding the Archangel blade, right? I think they set that up last season. And they set up the whole Nick being back, showing that a non-fatal, even though it looked pretty fucking fatal, like the fucking blade is this thick, like, going in here to you, and it's going about that much in, like, that shit is coming out your fucking back. You know? But I feel like they set all that up, and they did that and showed us that so that they could inevitably do that to Dean to kill Michael. That would be my guess. That's my guess for Endgame for getting rid of him. But I've been wrong about a lot of things as well, so anything could happen, really. Anything could happen. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. We will be back in another few days for a new episode of Supernatural. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Hit that like button. Let us know what you thought about this episode in the comments below. We have some social media links and a website address down below in the description. You can check them out as well. And we will see you next time. Adios.
So I could soothe your frightened mind and let our souls collide. Rising tide so we can ride